that took place not so much in my life, but in a life of a friend. Even though it was different times, it placed us in a certain state of mind. We had to adapt to the surroundings that took place in our lives at that time. But I want to first pray for peace upon your families. And I want to pray for those who are incarcerated, men, women, and teenagers. Another blessed day, another opportunity to come and bring something with Just Release. I told y'all, when you tell somebody about Just Release, tell me that like button, tell me that like button. Because ain't no telling what I might come back with next. But I got a friend here that y'all familiar with, Old Pete. Old Pete, my buddy. We go through it sometimes because we know what it's like to go through something. We know what it's like to go through something out of our control. But what we had to do was we had to adapt. We had to adapt. Because I told you, we was in some dangerous prison at one time. So it was some things that went on in that prison that we wasn't used to. We had to get ourselves together and be dangerous or be a girl. Pete.
Hey,
Oh,
how y'all
Pete.
doing
Hear
now?
them people
How
hear
y'all
them.
doing now?
I'd say hi.
First of all, I'd like to give thanks and grace to the Lord above. As I was telling y'all once before about my rape, I was raped. And I think it was back in 83 or 82, I think it was. I was gang raped. So a lot of things happen.
But hold up, I'm gonna stop you right there, Pete. You expressing the fact that you was raped by some men.
Yep.
All right, this took place in your life at a time when prison was that state of mind. But this is what I want the people to know. This is what I wanted them to know because I tell them that prison was dangerous. Tell them what you did to the men that raped you.
Well, I give them one by one. Don't never, ever think for once that nobody, even myself, can't be God. There's always a time and place. And sometimes, you would like to say, well, let God take the business. At that time, I was like the devil. Basically, when they started calling me Pee Wee Straw, the devil's son-in-law, I really felt that. I felt every inch of it. Because to express it in a more memorable way, let me let y'all know that don't be big-headed, okay? Don't get to thinking that you can't get out there, you can't be touched, or you can't be broke, or you can't be this or that. A lot of us today, we feel so much confidence that we just can't be touched. I think we're bulletproof sometimes. Even out here in society, I see that mentally, we are basically, those who are out here, basically are really locked up mentally. Inside, we got the mind to think. We got the mind to think on a whole lot of things. Physically, we're free out here. In there, we can't, physically, we're locked down. We can't move, can't do this, can't do that. The village in this back to what's
So,
wrong with basically everything.
so tell me this. Now, I know by going through the system and doing things that we bring on to ourselves. And I know when men click on somebody, it's mostly because they scared of them individually. And they feel that the only way they're gonna win is click on them. So in the farm that took place upon you at that time, was it because of your character, how wild you was, that they
Yes,
felt they had to do that?
yes. you got to understand something here, Mr. Dre. Uh, Mr. Ware, there's a lot of things that was going on outside before I even entered the Christian life. I did a lot of stupid, crazy stuff. I actually did some stuff that I kind of regret in a way. But if I got to live my life all over again, I probably would. I wouldn't mind doing it. But one of the main things is when I was out there, I was taking things that wasn't mine. I was doing things on the robbery stage. I never really did that thing with all the other little bullcrap stuff. I would rob you. And sometimes my robbery, I would just put a smile on my face and tell you off the top, thank you. Some of the people I put together butt naked, they got married. I met a few of them since I've been out this time. They literally thank me because of the relationship. I used to get a person butt naked because I was always shown, not told, but shown that money can be hidden in a whole lot of places. Especially in prison, as we were hiding our drugs and everything else. We were hiding in their butt. Some of the ladies come through and hide in their throat. You know, they live V-shaped or whatever. People, people, but between their legs, okay? There's a lot of things that were hidden in a lot of ways. Sometimes we used to swallow our stuff with the balloons and everything. Sometimes we used to get
Boo
the
boo
business.
them out.
Yeah. And then we dig through our shit, you know, boo-boo in the toilet. But you can make a bet. That toilet that we was boo-booing in, I hate to change
It was
subject.
clean.
It was damn sure was clean. I used to make spreads and stuff. I'm talking about spread, but we used to put some stuff together for the year. Lord help me. Well, that food be so good, but I'm not trying to be happy about saying this shit, but this shit was really good.
Okay, tell me this. Being in the system at that time, and the state of mind of men was having relationships with other men because there wasn't no women in prison at that time. Uh, have you ever indulged sexually, willingly? So that ordeal that took place, it changed your life or made you more dangerous to point.
Basically, it really made me more dangerous. Made me really, I'm on a psychiatrist right now. I'm very paranoid. I'm schizophrenic. I'm bipolar. I'm damn near everything that you can basically think of. I went to this one psychiatrist, told my last wife here, that you make sure you hide all knives, guns, everything. Make sure you don't have a gun.
Do
Because
you think that you can get to that point right now after how you became the man that you are now, spiritually? Do you think that somebody can take you to that point and bring you out your character and make you hurt right now?
right now, at this point, I would say no, but then I would also say yes. Really, to be honest with you, it's easily, very easily, for me to go into what I say my past. But I think about today, I have been called all kinds of B's, F's, all kinds of. I mean,
So
literally.
words don't hurt you.
Well, I remember those things that my mom and daddy used to tell me, even when I went to school. Sticks and stones would break my bone, but names would never hurt me. But let me tell you, sometimes those names really can touch you. But then I had to be strong. But every time I try to do what's right, it seems like 1,000 more things come my way.
Yeah.
Every time I take a step,
But
I'm always thinking somebody trying to get me. A couple of times I tried to commit suicide because
so
I
you
just,
tried to kill yourself at one time.
yeah, because I'm looking at people that still looking at my past and they still wants to try to get a card or some rank or whatever, try to get some kind of what my status if they can just do this here.
Have you ever beat up any of the laws in that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I did quite a few of them. Well, really, I'm gonna put it like this here. Our day room is about the same size as the average living room. We got over close to 180 to 160 something men in the day room.
Yeah.
And when this ride gets started, you can be playing chess, watching TV, and never know what can take place. But when that gas and that everything, that orange gas or whatever that shit they be spraying in there, the room gets so foggy you cannot see your own lips, your own hand, your own feet. So when somebody bump into you, Lord knows, you gonna do something. And what I'm saying by doing something, you gonna try your best to stay alive or
Yeah,
survive.
you have to.
Hitting the ground is one thing. So a lot of guys were getting underneath the table. Some of them just laying down on the ground, coughing and throwing up and all this other crap, slobbering at the mouth. Me, I got so used to that shit. Now I can damn near eat a whole meal.
Do you
I
think? Do
ain't
you
missing
think
nothing.
you was kind of? Cause I went to school with you, right?
Yeah.
So I seen the days of the change that was taking place in your life as a youngster. Do you think that what took place in your life in the streets of you growing up and getting to the point where you wanted to put a pistol in your hand because we lived around a bunch of robbers. The men that was out of this neighborhood was robbers, and we intercepted that happen. It was our makeup. But I'm gonna tell you this: the man behind the gun has to change. The man behind the gun has to change for the better
Yeah.
if he wants something good in life.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this here. The gun will be your downfall to finding your own self
It'll get you a lot of
in the
time in the state
graveyard.
of Texas.
Not just in the time, but you're gonna find yourself in the graveyard. Because eventually, I'm telling you, God's truth right now. Somebody somewhere is looking at what you just done.
Yeah.
It's just entirely too much stuff going on. Too many people, too many cameras, too many damn phones, too many everything.
You're gonna get got.
You gonna get got.
It's a great chance of you getting caught doing something in that nature you trying to get away with.
And you got people today always quick to say, man, he snitched on me. There's one, let me tell y'all all, I don't care who all listening.
If you have any questions, please send them now.
If you got any type of thought of thinking this here cannot happen, believe me, as you put yourself out there, you snitching on yourself. As you put yourself in any kind of manner of an illegal way, you snitching on yourself. It ain't the man that's standing beside you, it ain't your woman, it ain't your friend, it ain't your baby or child or this or that. You got to understand what you do. And what you do, you're putting yourself out there. And the more you put yourself out there, the more people learn more about you. You got to understand, ain't nobody really else snitch. It's what you putting out there. You letting the world know. You got to really be a ghost. And when I'm talking about being a ghost, you cannot be seen. And cannot be seen means you got to be under that graveyard to be somewhere in heaven. Because eventually, like I said, and I will say it again, snitching is only those who put themselves in a position to be to tell by or to show this and that. So, hey, I never was a snitch. I did all my time by my damn self. When I got that life sentence, I got it for myself. Even though I had 3 or 4 people on my side, I still got that myself. But when I'm the only survivor to this neighborhood right now who did the things before this park was even basically built, before anything ever really happened. And today, as of today, I have been slapped, not by a 30-year-old, 40-year-old. I've been slapped by a little youngster and wanted to kill him.
Okay, tell me this here. Tell me this here. Going through the things that you went through, right? Now, somewhere in there of going through those things, you wish that you was a better person, that you didn't have to go through that. So, having that feeling and knowing what you done went through,
Will I make a change?
do you want something better?
Yes. Let me tell you, what I really want today is just to be a man that can help somebody else who actually don't know exactly where you're headed. I want to be able to express this here by telling you about the time. Be careful about who your friends are. Be careful about the places you go. When you're picking up somebody, you don't know what they're involved into. You don't know what they got. You don't know what they did. And Lord knows, I was coming up here. I used to stay right down the street down here. I came up here to go get some some kind of eggs and some milk one day from my mother. And she was talking about doing something cake for special. It took me 4 years to come back home because the dude that I picked up wouldn't even tell no. He wouldn't even tell that what he had on him. He didn't even tell me that the laws were on him. I mean, everything was so cool, so collect. I mean, you never know that what had happened. But when I came halfway down the damn street down here, all of a sudden I get a SWAT team came up on me so goddamn strong because I didn't know what happened. And I am known as an accomplice. I was known as an accomplice to a crime because of association. Association can bring you some heavy time. Maybe a day, maybe a month, maybe a year. Mine took me 4 years. 4 years just by association. Hanging with the wrong people. Picking up the wrong people. This one girl, one lady friend that I had, she told me point blank about some things. And I actually witnessed and said what she done. And I learned a lesson by going behind my wife or behind the lady that I was in love with. I literally found out that a woman can do you just as much harm as a man can do you. So be careful about how you handle your lady friends, your mother, or your sister, or your this or that. The Lord knows. The next woman you get in your life can be a woman that you're going to regret. It might be what might I say, the mother of the devil because of what you done to one of hers. Just be careful. That's all I can really tell you. That there's a lot of things that's going on in this world. If you ain't careful about what's going on, about the people you associate with, about the things you're doing, the places you're going, what sense do it make for me to be outside after 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock if I ain't really got a job? I ain't doing nothing but bad things. I'm up to no good. I mean, I ain't got a job, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. My wife is at home, kids or whatever. They're all at home. So why is I'm outside at 10 o'clock at night hanging out? I'm up to no good. And that's anybody anyway. Go home at a respectable time. Wake up at a respectable time. Some of us wondering today why our bones are hurt, why our eyes, why we ain't getting old, why we getting old, looking like we old. We ain't number 27 years old, but yet we looking old. It's because we ain't giving ourselves the proper, what they say, proper help. We got to help in the right way.
But I know things that took place in our lives brought on a change in our future. And y'all heard Pistol Pete express some things that took place in his life today. Now, I don't know if y'all feel what he was saying, but if you feel what he was saying and you want to hear him again, then let me know. Let us know. Because some things took place in his life that he can express so it don't take place in your life. So
I got one more thing to say too.
come on with it, Pete.
Please, no matter what, society, those who are listening to Andre's Well, just released right now. I want to share this one little bit with you. Please, let somebody know about what's going on. Don't hold it inside. Because I myself caught myself telling you, don't want to tell nobody, didn't want to say nothing to nobody. But I wind up hurting the one I love. Going home, pissed off, upset, didn't want to hear shit. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't want to hear nothing. But when she came to me, and she tried to just tell me, so, hey baby, what you want to eat? I went off on her. Please, y'all, express what's on your mind. There's somebody there to listen to you. There's somebody there to want to just hear what's going on.
That is getting low.
Please, let somebody know. Talk to them. And if you don't want to talk to them, they got somebody upstairs who'd be willing to talk to you all day long, every day, every night. Don't be afraid. Don't care. You shouldn't care about what others may say or just talk to them. Open up. Somebody. To somebody. Because let me tell you, sooner or later, whatever inside of you is going to come out at the wrong time. And you will regret. consequences. And there's consequences in everything that we do in our life, bad or good. Just be careful about what you do, say, how you go, how you meet people, how you greet people, because you can make somebody's day, or you can destroy somebody's day. And you can get that person
You know what
to
you said,
destroy
the right
you.
words.
And you can get somebody to destroy you. Be careful about what you're saying to somebody, because it can come back. But somebody will say it exactly to you.
Tell them too much kindness, your heart.
So this took place today in APT at the park where we grew up at. Well, we intercepted some behaviors that cost us some time in prison. Now y'all heard him express some of the things that men don't talk about that took place in their lives. But now, when we express something that took place in our life that wasn't right, that's what happened to you when you talk about it, when you're being open about it. Because there's some good things can come out of something bad. Hey, this Andre Wade, the Just Release, I told y'all, when you tell somebody about Just Release, tell me that like button. Tell me that like button. Because they gonna like it. Hey, you there, you watching. Now tell somebody. This Andre Wade was just released, and I'll be back with something else.
Hold on, put a thought. Just give me a little
Yes.
time. Show me.
I just want to also leave y'all with this here. Andre Ware do have some very good he's working with right now. For me to be able to speak, for me to be able to say this and that, believe me, it's something that I'm glad that I got the opportunity to express. Because knowing for a fact that I'm on Thursday, I'm on Honda, I take all the psych medicine basically. But let me tell you, if I didn't express it, because medicine pills, it's really just something just to calm me down a little bit. But what really helping me is me expressing myself. That's what's helping me. Being able to talk. If I hold it inside, no telling what type of individual I really would be. And I thank God today. Allah, I thank everybody for taking the time to listen to me. Now I want to take time to listen to somebody else. Take time to come back
Wise
to Andre Ware, who just released.
people. Hey, that's the wise people.
That's
And the damn fool no more.
That's Ambrose.
Very smart, educated. I just used to be a wild, ignorant, crazy motherfucker just like me. And I love all them one-eyed monsters when I get old to. God forgive me. That's my strange thing in my life. A one-eyed monster. He can put me in this world, take me out this world. Really, I ain't gonna take me out this world. I'm enjoying while I'm in this world. Been 63 years old. God bless all y'all in this world. I love y'all from my heart. Hey, now let's make the cake. Right about.
Now,
You know,